Happy holidays to all the prospective listeners out there. As always, the series is moderated by me, Garrett Fisher, in the TAPPI Young Professional Division. I and the rest of the YP division wish you good health and copious amounts of family time wherever and however you may be celebrating. Stay warm out there, everyone, and get your New Year's resolutions ready. Following the usual pace, I like to review that the purpose of this series is to focus on everything and anything that may be deemed as soft in the workplace. Originally intended to discuss the soft skills necessary to take that next step into millennial management, the scope of this series has broadened to include a wide diversity of topics supported by the one-on-one conversations with several incredibly talented individuals within the paper and allied industries. Whether it be mentorship, maintaining a positive attitude, mastering continuous education, or reading books, I know it sounds crazy, for fun, we've done it all. So wherever you are in your career, we hope that these casual conversations with groundbreaking individuals, a part of the paper and allied industries, offers you some reflective musings you can take with you in that next step of your career. Our primary desire is that you may take away an ability to confidently invest into the career stock market by determining what habits, hobbies, and opportunities you need to invest time in now that will pay dividends later in life. It is now my honor to bring another individual into the perspectives spotlight. She is a woman whose trophy case from accomplishments in the paper industry would make any sports teams seem empty. This trophy case includes a contribution to R&D in the paper industry via patents, which she has 6 of, her recognition as a TAPPI Fellow, a CEO award from her own company, and most recently, and if you asked her, probably the most prestigious, the Woman of the Year award throughout all of TAPPI in 2021. Without further ado, welcome Paula Hajakian.
Thank you, Garrett. Glad to be here, glad to join you.
Paula currently works as the Principal Technical Specialist at USG, where she confronts an incredible diversity of tasks, ranging from NPD work to capital project management. Not only that, but she is a Six Sigma black belt, regular volunteer for several TAPPI committees, and has proudly supported the paper industry with her knack for technical insight for 35 years. So she clearly has a ton of free time on her hands. She's got 35 years of experience in developing herself and others. So let's see what she has to say today. So Paula, my first question revolves around a passion you have outside of work. Your volunteer work with TAPPI and committees such as TAPPI Papermakers and the WIN division is quite impactful. But you've also preached that your involvement with TAPPI originally started by taking courses offered by the organization. People's free time is limited, so some direction in what courses are out there would be helpful to our audience. How do you determine what fits your needs best? And are there courses you have taken that you always come back to as best in class? And along with this, have you gotten more out of the free courses that you've taken or the paid ones?
Thanks, that's a great question. Our time is limited, our money's limited, our ability to take time away from work is limited. So those are all important factors when we're considering what kind of training we need and how it's going to improve us, either soft skills or through technical training. I would say the courses that I have taken from TAPPI have been extremely beneficial. A long time ago, not just paper fundamentals, but the advanced paper making courses have been great from a paper side, but it depends on what your needs are and where you stand as far as what you need to take. As far as PaperCon, I have considered that just a standard for me for understanding what's happening in the industry, what direction we need to be moving as a company, what advancements are out there, and even with the supplier showcase, just seeing a new product showcase, seeing what's down there and what's going on, that's been very beneficial. As far as time away from work, because I know not everyone gets a chance to go to PaperCon, there are free courses and free webinars and things like that offered throughout the year, and those have been extremely beneficial. I'll give you an example. I recently looked at a course on a manufacturing execution system, but it's a 4-day course away from work, and really that's not my main focus. I would say as I've advanced in my career, it's easier for me to understand what is and is not important for me to spend time on. There are other people who can spend time on that. I would say take advantage of these free seminars, the webinars that TAPPI offers. There's great soft skills courses. There's great technical webinars sponsored by the Papermaking Technology and Operations Committee, for example. And that just, it's an hour out of your day, as these things occur. They've been great. Win Cafe's coming up. That's a great one that's sponsored throughout the year to help engage in the conversation. Another interesting time I had was just joining the Hot Topics breakfast. Never realized the depth of the conversation related to, whatever specific, either soft skill or hard skill topic. And it's just information you find from surprising places. So it's not as easy to prioritize when you're starting out. Understand the cost, the benefit, and take advantage of the free webinars when they're out there.
Those are great thoughts, Paula. I think continuous education, a lot, we've talked about it on here before. A lot of people view that as, going back to school to get an MBA or a master's, or even doing, highly technical work such as, mini tab training or black belt, Six Sigma, whatever it might be. But, we never touch on the industry as a whole. What does it offer? The TAPPI courses, those free webinars that are always out there. I mean, why not focus on something that's directly paper related when you're, involved in the paper industry? It kind of makes sense. It's why, we really wanted to, ask that as just a kickoff question, because we do know that you're so heavily involved with it. You have such an experience with those TAPPI courses. So thank you for, sharing that with us today.
One other thought related to that is belong to the committee or committees that most greatly impact what you do, because then you get on the mailing list for that committee for their webinars and activities that they're sponsoring throughout the year. I may not have time to get to all of those committee meetings at PaperCon, but just being involved in that committee and my name on that committee list, I get the information, these other areas of interest or that impact